Hey friends, so the CIA remote viewed the Ark of Covenant, and you are not going to believe what they found. This is mind-blowing. Check. So this secret remote viewing project was done in December of '88, and it was called Project Sunstreak. In the official report, it says training target 0209 is the Ark of the Covenant. Wow, that's so huge. So the way they do these remote viewing projects is they use a process by Ingo Swann where the person doing the remote viewing has no idea what they are viewing. It's completely blind to them. Think about this for just a minute. This is an official CIA remote viewing session in great detail about the Ark of the Covenant. Oh, let's go. All right, he starts by saying, this target is located somewhere in the Middle East, as the language spoken by individuals present seemed to be Arabic. Visuals of surrounding buildings indicated the presence of mosque domes. He goes on to draw what he saw in the vision of the mosque domes, and throughout this he has a lot of sketches and doodles, and as is very normal with remote viewing sessions. He goes on, the target is hidden, underground, dark, and wet, were all aspects of the location of the target. Wet, mold, some more of his notes, and then he says, fortified, guarded, watched. What? Like you're asking yourself right now, watched by whom? He goes on, watched by whom? And then he draws a kind of a wall with a bunch of people standing on it, or so we think they're people. He writes mummies next to it, and goes on to explain that the walls around the Ark of Covenant are covered with mummy. Yes, mummies! Mummies are surrounding and watching the Ark of Covenant. And I guess these are the spirits that are protecting it. We'll get into that. Let's keep... Target is a container. This container has another container inside of it. The target is fashioned of wood, gold, and silver. The target is similar in shape to a coffin and is decorated with seraphim. Wow, wow, dropping seraphim bombs. If you don't know, seraphim are basically the angels of the Old Testament. And the fact he says seraphim is such an exact thing, because the way remote viewing works is you don't always see things. They call it remote viewing, but it's really remote sensing. You just get a lot of information. Some of it comes in visuals, but a lot of it just comes in a knowing, what we call downloads now. You just get this knowing. You're tapping in to this information field. So the fact he says seraphim is so profound. He goes on to actually draw the seraphim, which kind of looks like a phoenix as well. And you see this symbology in a lot of ancient stuff, you know, the winged birds and the serpents and that kind of phoenix looking bird. But the fact that he says seraphim is so, I think, profound. And let's keep going, because this gets even wilder. He goes on to say the purpose of the target is to bring a people together. It has something to do with ceremony, memory, homage, the resurrection. There is an aspect of spirituality, information, lessons, and historical knowledge far beyond what we now know. Woof, guys, holy cow, let's look at that again. He's talking about how this coffin, this container, has something to do with the resurrection. It has to do with bringing people together. It's a ceremonial type thing, and it's very spiritual, and it holds within it lessons and historical knowledge that are far beyond what we know now. Oh, there's some important stuff in this Ark of the Covenant. So then he is told to go to the container and open it and describe it as you go. So let's see what... Foreshadowing. The target is protected by entities and can only be opened by those who are authorized to do so. This container will not and cannot be opened until the time is deemed correct. Once it is time to open the container, the mechanics of the lock system will be found to be fairly simple. Individuals opening the container by prying or striking are destroyed by the container's protectors through the use of a power unknown to us. Okay, so there's a locking mechanism that basically is like on a time type of a thing, right? So it cannot be opened except at a particular time by particular people. So that kind of aligns with what we've been told historically, right? So the Ark of the Covenant is locked. The locking mechanism is fairly simple, but we can't open it. Only certain people can. It has to be a certain time. And if you try to open it prematurely, you are destroyed by the internal protection system, or I guess the entities protecting it. It seems like it protects itself, and there's entities protecting it as well, and you are destroyed if you try to open it. He goes on to describe the locking mechanism, some more descriptive words like spirits pop off the page there. and then goes into detail about what happens if you're one of the unlucky ones who try to pry it open prematurely without authorization. Destroyed, pain, anguish, terror, horror, quick death, scorched, burnt, power, forbidden, protected. Yeah, no, stay away from this thing. So just to recap real quick, somewhere in the Middle East, we come to find out later that they think it's in Ethiopia. The Ark of the Covenant is underground somewhere, in a room that's guarded by spirits with mummies around the wall, and there's seraphim on the Ark of Covenant itself, and that there's a locking mechanism, which is pretty simple, but it can only be opened by particular people at a particular time, and if you try to open it prematurely, you are destroyed. Now, the official CIA write-up at the end says viewer 032 attained excellent site contact. So that's their stamp of approval and endorsement, saying that this remote viewer did a great job in describing the blind target, which come to find out is the Ark of freaking Covenant, which they now believe is in Ethiopia. Holy cow, guys. Let me know what y'all think about this. Have a beautiful day. Peace.